Hello, and back. I am doing a VR run-through of the VirtualSpeech program, and currently I am on the Business Ethics module. This whole series is being captured within the XRcast Studio at the Penn State Behrend campus. So far in the Business Ethics module, the last episode I was able to go through these three, so now I'm going to take a look at the embezzlement module. The other two have been very good, so
You are a lawyer who is very close to becoming partner at your law firm. In this scenario, you'll talk with Bella, a new intern at your firm. So far, Bella has performed remarkably, and you are hoping to help her on a path to become a lawyer, and even write a letter of recommendation for her. As an intern, Bella has been given the task of going through old accounts and putting the money from them into better investment opportunities. But recently, you notice that some of the money is unaccounted for, and sadly, you think Bella is responsible. Bella does not know that you suspect her.
Come on, Bella. Don't do it. Okay. New intern. Some money unaccounted for. You think she's responsible? She does not know.
Hi. Good morning. I just dropped off your kiddos at school per your request. No need to thank me. I would do anything in my power to help out a good friend, Say on an unrelated issue, I was hoping to talk to you about something that's pretty important. Do you have a moment to talk?
Her sneaking ways? What?
Something's happening at work, but I can't really say that I planned it. I was going through old company accounts just to make sure that they've all been swept, and apparently Joe, Joe, he retired about 10 years ago and has since passed away. Well, Joe, you see, he created this account in
Ooh. Jeez. Tough line. Mic drop. I know the story and I know what you did. So she's going to try to blame it on this guy retired 10 years ago and is now dead. That's what she's trying to do.
There's something else you should know, something that will make sense of my actions. You see, my son Tommy has been diagnosed with a rare form of leukemia. This money will help my son. It's no big deal. It isn't like anyone's going to miss the money since it's a retired account. I'm just an intern here. I have a little boy. He's only a couple months old, and I feel like I have limited options here, and that was really all I could do. I swept the rest of the accounts, but I don't know. What do you think?
She's standing a firm moral ground. Confide in a close mentor. I mean, it's unfortunate if her child is really sick, of course. And not having enough money for your family, that is tough. But, I don't know, at this point, she'd be lucky if she doesn't go to prison, because that's the kind of thing that, if it was enough money, they'll report.
Hi. It's good to see you, too. Who said that? I have heard something about that. Yeah, I can understand if you're upset. All I have to say is that you need to make an informed decision. I mean, you can be legally responsible if you don't do something about it. What are you going to do?
This is confiding in a friend of mine, or I think it's at a mentor. And he said you can be held responsible for embezzlement as well if you don't report this now that you know. Bella, one last chance to turn herself in. What would you say to change your mind? Well, she kind of already turned herself in, didn't she admit?
Listen.
She did it?
I mean, no one knows about this money. This isn't really affecting anybody else. And it's a victimless crime. I have to think about the well-being of my child. I have been passed up for promotions countless times. We've talked about this. We talk about this all the time. oh my God, I just can't sit here and let this happen anymore. Like, I have an obligation and I have to get that money in order for my needs and my child's needs to be met. Like, I don't understand.
Pretty good. Pretty good dialogue, I'd say. People who steal money from their company don't care about the well-being, don't think about the consequences, don't have good... I'd say by moral principles, probably. I don't know. I want them to be... I want them to have good habits and strong character, I'd say. I don't know, I'd say probably moral... I want to follow my strong moral principles. I don't like it. I don't like lying. Alright. So that was the embezzlement one. I would say that was pretty good. Interesting kind of concept, interesting scenario, having to approach it. A little bit of a moral, back and forth. She's trying to pull your heartstrings at times, so interesting. Definitely interesting. Now let's see this taking credit one.
You have been employed at a fashion company for the last 15 years. With your vast experience, you have been mentoring a few new employees, including Emma and Jennifer, who you'll meet in the first couple of scenes. You have been guiding these two young hopefuls and helping them establish themselves further as expert designers. Recently, you have helped them on a huge project, which, without your help, would have failed miserably.
Grabbing a battery. Okay. Hot swap. Boom, just like that. And now let's see. Charging. Perfect. Very cool. We got these new head straps, so it allows us to record much more quickly. Or, for a much longer period of time. Jennifer is a huge fan of yours. You have been mentoring her, and she's been very grateful for your care and support in her development.
Oh my gosh, can I just say that seriously, your presentation was incredible. From you, it went so well. Everyone in the room was just over the moon with your ideas and your process. I want to learn more about your process and being a young person. I just really, really appreciate and admire what you're doing here, and thank you for teaching me.
Oh my gosh, did you guys hear the news?
The news?
I guess our boss is gonna fire some people and let some.
Uh-oh. When our jobs or lives are threatened. Yeah. So, see how this is shaping up. They're taking credit for other people's work now.
Thursday, right? Yeah, okay, great.
Oh my gosh, the boss wants to be with us right now. Just us, not you, just us. She wants to meet with us.
Right now? About what?
She's about to take her lunch and she has 15 minutes and she wants to meet with us. But I feel like we might get fired because, it doesn't take more than 15 minutes to fire somebody. I'm so scared. I can't lose her job.
I can't either. I love working here so much. I can't do this.
I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous.
I'm already.
We have to be in there in 5 minutes, though.
Can you come in at the end or something and help us? Can you give us some input or tips or just encouragement or something at the end? Oh my God, I can't believe this.
It could just be about the project, but I don't know. I don't know with all these rumors going on.
She's so scared.
You go with not quite sure what to expect.
I just want to thank you guys for taking a moment to come. I know that you're probably heading out to lunch, which is why I called you in quickly to be able to talk to you about something very important. I know there's a lot going on and a lot of conversations being had around the office, but I have some great news. The Committee of Research and Development has looked over all of your work. They looked at the project. They crossed all the T's and dotted the I's. It comes in under budget. They have given the highest approval possible, and they loved everything you guys have done.
Okay, so they start taking it from you?
Well, I appreciate you guys coming back in. The reason I called you all back in here is because, unfortunately, I'm kind of getting two different stories about what happened on this specific project. So, is there anything you guys would like to add or help me understand what the truth is here on about who did what with this project?
Seems like it's at a little bit of an angle here. A little bit interesting.
Okay, so everyone stayed late, or was it just you guys that had stayed late?
Everyone stayed late.
Yeah, at different times,
Okay.
different people stayed late.
Well, this
but
sounds-
everyone worked.
Fine, well, great, and I appreciate the honesty now, but this is a little bit of a different story than what you guys told me earlier.
Interesting to think about. They were mentees, so I guess you're understanding that they'll slip up.
It's probably just a miscommunication.
Yeah.
We're sorry for any inconvenience. Yeah, I mean, we couldn't have done it alone.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we really appreciate your input and your fine-tuning skills. We really couldn't have done this without you. And I think that your contributions really brought this project to the next level. And I honestly don't know how we could have done it without you.
Yeah, your years of wisdom and experience. We've learned so much from you.
I don't know, the consequences, I'm not going to work with them anymore. I'd say probably strong. They face the moral dilemma. I'm not sure I can trust them next time. Produce the same results next time. I mean, yeah. Okay. So that one was all about taking credit. And then I'm just going to go ahead and do this other one, misappropriation of funds as well. But we've seen the embezzlement, taking credit. Now, misappropriation of funds.
You are a C-level executive at a toy company. And although you have only worked there for 2 years, you would like to dedicate your life to helping this company succeed. As a result of many bad decisions in the past, your company is on the verge of bankruptcy. Fortunately, your company has received some funds from investors, which could very well be what your company needs to stay in business. This meeting is the first meeting for the committee. You recently received an email detailing the action plan the committee plans to follow. There were a few emails that were sent in response to this proposed action plan, and it seems that half of the committee is on board with this action plan, while the other half have voiced concerns about it.
Okay. So, yeah, you got to decide which side are you on. In the next scene, you'll see colleagues arguing about how the investor spent money. And the investor money should have been
Congratulations to all of you. I'm deeply appreciative of all the hard work that has gone into securing the funds for this project. I know I'm really excited about it. And as you're all aware, I have sent out the action plan for the next 12 months.
I've got it here. I'm looking over it. I'm just so ecstatic because now we can finally use some money and take care of the needs of this company and not be just subservient to the whims of bureaucrats, right?
Exactly.
I'm sorry. What do you mean by that?
I mean, no, I guess she was coming at it kind of just not understanding. I guess he's kind of just probably shouldn't have been negative, At the end of the meeting, there, just let it go.
One. I mean, I think you know quite well. Did you read page 14 here? What do I mean? What do I mean? Right there. What do we mean? Right?
Yeah, I mean, okay, look, you guys, we can't have our hands tied any longer.
Nope.
we know it's been best for this institution for a long time now, and I think that as a group, collectively, we can agree that we know how to use these funds appropriately. We know what's best.
Do you? I mean, I'm at a loss for words. The email you sent out, and with the line-by-line items, do not express or discuss what you are expressing to us.
But don't you guys want to be free from restriction to be able to use the money for what we actually need it for?
Did you discuss this with the investors that provided us these funds?
We don't need to have that discussion.
Let me tell you something. This is commonplace. This happens all the time. You know, this isn't something that's new. This happens all the time. We've been appointed to this committee. We know how to use these funds.
But 38 million might seem like a lot of money, but I think, okay, let's see here. Yes, okay, on page 28, the breakdown of the budget, okay? I think we've planned everything appropriately. What do you think? I mean, yeah, but we talked about this in private. Do you remember?
Yeah, but we didn't address all of the things that you're addressing in this meeting, so now I'm sort of on the fence. I don't know what to think.
These funds?
You were on board just the other day. What's going on here?
No, but see, she was on board because these funds were supposed to be allocated to operating expenses and new hires. This is not for new hires and operating expenses. You're putting funds that we did not discuss properly.
And also that we've raised. Exactly. Our money that we've raised.
This needs to be a unanimous decision.
Now, these people are thinking this is some sort of a democracy.
I mean, look, hey, we've all talked, right? We've talked about this before.
But not in depth.
But you and I discussed this the
I
other day.
You're on board with
us. No, she's with us. You guys need to understand that this is something that we have discussed. And we thought that you were on our team.
This meeting has become humorous, and I think I'm good for today.
This is us letting you know what kind of
company you're running. And I will be discussing this with the investors.
Right. You know that this is humorous because they were just on board the other day. So.
Well, yes. I want to work for a company. We both want to work for a company, guys.
Where are you going? Would you leave or stay in the meeting? I would go, I guess.
Well, I mean, I've had enough here. I agree. This is ridiculous. This is not how you do business, okay?
I'm right behind.
Thank you.
Don't worry about it.
I don't know. I'm not really on board.
I don't know if you want to join them.
You could have backed us up.
Yeah, you really could have.
Well, I don't believe in what you guys are saying. I'm sorry. I want to be supportive of it, but I just can't. It seems like, I don't know.
What are we going to do?
I would say probably develop terrible habits, because they probably really do believe that this happens all the time. I did it based on my moral principles. It's all about tapping into an ethics as I don't know if that really makes sense, that question, but I'll say responsibility. You're responsible for investor funds. Alright, so this is in the quiz. Answer 6 ethical questions in quiz. I try to. I'd say I try to be principled, make it all make sense. I'd say perspectives. I try to think from other people's perspective. Yeah, I would say moral and economic. It's dysfunctionality. I am try to be focused on results. Congratulations, I finished the course. Congratulations again. So I went through all those. Let's go back. So that was the entirety of the business ethics module. And again, we had a little bit of an intro video, did a bullying simulation, a video scenario, sexual harassment, embezzlement scenario, taking credit scenario, just fighting over who did what work and whatnot, and then misappropriation. $38 million though, so that's not even just a small one. And then yeah, we looked at this one. Is there any other info that I could give, or no? Okay, skip. Okay, so yeah, I will cut it off here. That was the business ethics module. So far we've looked through all this. We're right now on business ethics, but we still have plenty of awesome stuff to go. So again, this is the VirtualSpeech program. We're doing a VR run-through of, and this is being captured in the XRcast Studio at Penn State Behrend. So keep watching. If you're interested, check out our website at var.psu.edu. Adios.